How are we doing today? Coach Shaun here for the lower body hinge workout today. We're going to start with the first part, part A. There will be two parts to this workout today. A is the 5x5 deadlift. So for most of you who may not have barbell set up, kettlebell, dumbbell will do the trick. Okay, so for the deadlift, just make sure when you have your implement, no matter what it is, dumbbell, kettlebell, that we get tight to the implement, don't have it way out here, okay? With the hinge mechanic, we want vertical shins, and I always like starting off first and getting yourself stacked at the top. This will be the top position. Every movement has two spots. There's the top, there's the bottom. So this will be your top with the bell, making sure you're hitting full extension. Sometimes I like doing a couple of touches just to make sure you have that hinge mechanic, but when you're ready and you're sure that you can hinge and keep this rigid spine, glutes and hamstrings are loaded, we want to grab the implement. Now in doing so, you'll lose a little bit of rigidity. Use the kettlebell then to re-tighten back up, take the breath and drive through the hip, stacking at the top. As you go back down, make sure the implement, whether it's the kettlebell or the dumbbell, gets back to its original location. This will be 5 sets of 5, and you will have 60 to 90 seconds rest in between, depending on how heavy the load is. Heavier the load, you're gonna wanna take that 90 seconds. All right, team, we just got through with part A. Part B will be a 3x3 AMRAP. So 3 sets of 3 minutes of the following exercises. Exercise number 1 will be a 9 or 12 calorie row. If you don't have a rower, then just do some form of cardiovascular movement for about 30 seconds. It could be high knees, could be a sprint if you have a location to do that. Just anything that's gonna get that heart rate kind of pumping for that 30 seconds, okay? Moving from that rower, you're going to go now into kettlebell swings. So again, we have our kettlebell, can be done with a dumbbell too, but kettlebells are preferable. This will be 10 reps. So same, we just got through with the deadlift, so same hinge mechanics. For this one though, we want this kind of preloaded position. Like setting the kettlebell out on this one just a little bit, because we are going to use those powerful lats and begin this momentum of this swing through. Forearms should make contact with the thighs. If your elbows ever make contact with the thighs, you are either squatting or hunching way too far. So we want forearms touching the thighs. Once you're here, that momentum is gonna bring you right into the swing. Hip dominated movement. You'll notice the shin angle was vertical, hamstrings, glutes, and strong lats in this movement, not squatting it up and down like that. Okay, after those 10 reps on the kettlebell swing, we'll go either into 6 box jumps. If you don't have a box, it'll be 6 broad jumps. Box jumps, we'll make sure we have a good angle here. We'll be through. So again, line the body. We want to make sure on this one that you're staying through the midfoot. So many people, because they think about thrusting through the toes too much, don't utilize the stretch reflex properly of the foot. We actually want to be midfoot, and you kind of want to do just a few sequence jumps first, making sure you're locking out. Once you're here, drive, land softly, and come up through, step off. Want to make sure that you are not, you can see this, landing with knees caved in, hunching. You'll know the box is too high if you're landing like this. You want to be able to land in a position someone would not be able to knock you out of, okay? Broad jump. Broad jump most closely replicates the deadlift hinge movement though. Box jump is a bit more vertical. This will be a truer expression of being able to move in that horizontal plane with those hips. You'll notice in the initial swing, it sets you up just like your kettlebell swing was. You're right here, hips are loaded, and you power through in a horizontal vector. Okay, so that was the lower body hinge movements. Hope everyone enjoys that. Again, I'm Coach Shaun Cook coming from Lion's Den. Stay strong, stay healthy.